From Mourinho taking a player out to a player twerking on live TV, these are 30 comedic moments in football. And first, a guy who got a little too carried away by his fantastic play.
We nog eens kijken naar het laatste doelpunt van de partij. Het doelpunt die de wedstrijd helemaal monddood maakte en in die...
Banging your head like that and still not scoring is wild. But honestly, he got off easy, because I'm sure he'll prefer that to shaking hands with the guy that comes next.
Oh no! No.
Joachim Löw has built up a reputation for questionable hygiene, and this clip shows exactly why.
What? Damn!
He went on a full archaeological expedition, and then, yeah, you saw it. We all saw it. Millions of people saw it. And the worst part, he thought nobody was watching. Sir, you're the manager of the German national team. The cameras are always watching. But as embarrassing as getting caught on live TV is, at least his pants stayed on, unlike our next player. You know him. What a way to celebrate a goal. But you know, the next player's celebration was 100% intentional and 1,000% wild. After scoring the equalizer against Angel City, Labanta grabbed her hamstring in pain. The crowd gasped. Her teammates rushed over. Everyone's thinking, oh no, she's hurt. And then she hit them with the most incredible fake out in football history.
Labanta steps up and scores 1-1.
She turned that hamstring grab into a full-blown twerk session right there on the pitch.
I think one thing we started to do on our team is celebrate goals. Female, we love that. We love celebrating each other, but I think we really want to start making it a little more fun and having individual celebrations. So that was sent to me on Twitter, and I said bet, and thankful that I scored so I can get that out there. And my dad wasn't at this game, so that was great.
And to think, this is just 4 out of the 30 moments we've got lined up. You're in for a great time, because still to come is a team hiring a stripper, Mourinho body-checking someone, and Ronaldo laughing at a player's height. But before we get to those, we need to talk about one of the most chaotic marriage proposals in football history. Shobovic has been planning this proposal for months. He's probably lost sleep over it. He's got the ring, he's waiting for the perfect moment. Then finally, he scores. His big moment has arrived. His girlfriend comes onto the pitch. He's about to get down on one knee. And then this steward charges in like he's stopping a pitch invasion and just shoves her away.
Хотя это уже ничего не значит, похоже. Уверенно играет с Маргонь, но и тут вот не совсем понятно, это уже пошло какое-то движение здесь.
The look on Shobovic's face, pure rage. You can see him thinking, did this man just tackle my future wife? He's about to throw hands with a security guard at his own proposal. Eventually, cooler heads prevail. The girlfriend comes back, and she says yes.
Во время матча вот предложение своей возлюбленной делает Владислав Шубович. Недовольны финчане, что вот...
But you know this story is getting told at every family gathering for the rest of their lives. But as chaotic as that was, at least everyone there had good intentions. The next person weaponized confusion for pure psychological warfare. Imagine you've just committed a foul. Not a terrible one, but enough that you know a yellow card is coming. The referee starts walking towards you, reaching into her pocket. Your heart sinks. You're thinking about the suspension, the fine, how you're going to explain this to the manager. She gets closer. Her hand is definitely in her pocket. This is it. Your football career is flashing before your eyes. And then she pulls a handkerchief and wipes her face. She almost gave him a heart attack. But honestly, with that face and that sense of humor, she might just get his heart anyway. But speaking of people with perfect comedic timing, the next guy is literally the king of football entertainment.
Shouldn't laugh, right?
During a match between Tottenham and Manchester City, Mourinho and his assistant were happy when the referee denied Raheem Sterling a penalty. However, the assistant realized Sterling should have been sent off for a second yellow. So when he told his boss, this happened.
And now look at Jose, this is awesome. This is brilliant.
Shouldn't laugh.
This man might be the biggest entertainer in football, but I'm sure the fans of FC Reinsberg might have something to say about that. Tired of seeing their team getting spanked, hardcore fans of FC Reinsberg were unhappy, and they're thinking something has to change. We need motivation. We need inspiration. We need a stripper. They hired a stripper. Because apparently, when your team is losing badly, the logical solution is adult entertainment.
Nice.
This lady just ran onto the pitch, completely naked, and started flirting with the players. The referee doesn't know where to look. The opposing team is trying not to laugh. One player is just standing there with the biggest smile you've ever seen. You just know that image is burned into his memory forever. Still, this literally could not have gotten worse. They were so distracted that they ended up losing 6-2. The stripper had the complete opposite effect. Instead of inspiring them to victory, she basically guaranteed defeat. But at least those players were actually trying. The next guy? Well, let's just say his acting career might be more promising than his football one. In a match between Belgium and Italy, Immobile felt a tackle and fell to the ground. He's rolling around like he's been shot by a sniper. He's clutching his leg like it's been amputated. This is serious. This is devastating. Wait, his teammate just scored. And suddenly, miraculously, Immobile becomes mobile. It's a medical miracle. He springs up like he just had a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart and sprints over to celebrate. Not even a limp. Not even a slight grimace. Full-on sprinting. The man went from career-ending injury to 100% fitness in the time it took for the ball to hit the net. The audacity, the shamelessness, the complete lack of any dignity whatsoever. But as embarrassing as that was, at least nobody's questioning whether Immobile is actually immobile. Unlike our next situation, where a coach questions his player's age. Back in 2014, Jose Mourinho was caught on camera calling Samuel Eto'o an old man.
De mieux en mieux, je dirais, quand même. Mais il est mieux qu'au début, en tout cas. Non?
32 ans, peut-être 35, je ne sais pas.
The video instantly became viral because Mourinho was Eto'o's coach. However, Eto'o knew he couldn't let the disrespect slide. So, when he scored a goal against Tottenham, he celebrated like this.
Oh my God. Hell no.
Eto'o really might be the first and only person to successfully humble Jose Mourinho. And that alone deserves respect. But we're just getting warmed up. We haven't even cracked the top 20 yet, and we've already got marriage proposals, strippers, and miracle healings. Still ahead, we've got Mourinho literally tackling someone, a coach demonstrating a dive to a referee, and one of the best Oscar-worthy performances you'll ever see. But first, we need to talk about a manager who had absolutely zero chill.
Oh my goodness!
In a match between Manchester United and Arsenal, Louis van Gaal didn't agree with the referee's decision to award a free kick. So when he noticed the ref wasn't understanding him, he decided to demonstrate his point.
Louis van Gaal obviously irritated there by what he considers to be a dive by...
And the best part, the referee still didn't change his decision. Van Gaal just humiliated himself on international television for absolutely nothing.
Oh my goodness! What is that? Now he's on the loose. Oh, in wonder.
over what just happened to Louis van Gaal. Oh, here he is!
But you've got to respect the dedication. Who needs VAR replays when you've got managers willing to reenact everything in real time? But speaking of replays, the next moment is so ridiculous, you'll think you're seeing double. Real Madrid versus Fiorentina. The crowd erupts as they see Ronaldo running onto the pitch. Finally, the moment they've been waiting for. CR7 is about to show them magic, except something's off.
Now this one might surprise you. You see,
this Ronaldo looks like he's been on a strict diet of pasta, pizza, and regret. The six-pack is missing. The athletic build is missing. The basic ability to run properly is missing. Because this isn't Ronaldo. It's a fan who somehow got the full Real Madrid kit, got past security, and just ran onto the pitch as if he belonged there. And for a few solid seconds, it worked. The crowd was cheering. The commentators were confused. And the real Ronaldo? He's sitting on the bench watching this absolute chaos unfold, probably thinking, is that what I look like to people? But speaking of people pretending to be football players, Jose Mourinho once took his acting career to a whole new level.
Oh my God, hell no.
During a soccer aid match at Old Trafford, Mourinho suddenly went on the pitch and took out a player. The crowd loved it. His fellow players are dying laughing. And you know Mourinho has been waiting for this moment his entire managerial career. All those times he wanted to slide tackle a player during a Champions League match but couldn't. All that pent-up aggression released in one glorious moment at a charity event. Imagine if this were allowed in actual competitive matches. The game would be absolute chaos. Beautiful, entertaining chaos. But speaking of chaos, the next fan took things way too far.
Do you see this? What is this, bro?
Messi! Messi!
During a Champions League match between Panathinaikos and Barcelona, a fan paid money for a ticket. He somehow avoided security. He ran all the way across the pitch, got right up to Lionel Messi, and his opening line was, F you, Ronaldo is the GOAT.
What the hell?
The disrespect, the audacity, the complete waste of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You're standing face to face with Messi, and that's what you say? Yeah, he deserved every second of that takedown by security. But at least this guy could run onto the pitch under his own power. The next player needed some alternative transportation. After a player in the Romanian Sunday League got injured, a set of fans drove a motorized wheelbarrow onto the field as an ambulance.
What?
Not a golf cart, not even a regular stretcher. A construction site cement mixing, probably used for actual construction, wheelbarrow. And the best part? The injured player was fully committed to the bit. He climbed in, sat down, and let them wheel him off the pitch like he was a bag of cement. This is the kind of content that makes you fall in love with football all over again. But not everything in football is this wholesome. Sometimes they're just straight up embarrassing.
Wait a minute!
Watching a mother play football with his son is cute, right?
Yes.
Except things don't always go according to plan. Ouch, that must have hurt. Project Sergio Ramos has entered phase 3. Speaking of people getting knocked down, our next manager took a tumble trying to be pretty. In the Premier League match between Liverpool and Tottenham, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was unhappy about many of the referee's decisions. So when his side scored a last-minute winner, he ran straight to try and mock the fourth official. Then, Getting injured while trying to mock someone is just ridiculous.
Fair punishment for behaving not the right way. I have pain for a few days, Mr. Tierney not. That's it.
But not as crazy as celebrating prematurely. This is one of the craziest penalties you'll ever see. Dude really started celebrating in front of him like it was all over, only for the ball to casually bounce back into the net. Succeeding after thinking you failed has gotta be one of the best feelings ever. But you know what's not a great feeling? Getting trolled by a referee, and the next guy experienced possibly the biggest troll in football history. During a match between Basel and FC Zurich, Talan Xhaka, the brother of Sunderland captain Granit Xhaka, was sent off after receiving a second yellow card. On his way out, he went full Zidane mode on one of the Zurich players. But after walking down the tunnel, he was recalled back to the pitch. Xhaka's face lights up. Wait, what? Are they canceling the yellow? I'm saved! It's a miracle! He's coming back onto the pitch, excited, ready to continue playing.
Nice.
The crowd is confused. His teammates are confused. And then the referee pulls out a straight red card.
Eine gelb-rote Karte. Der total frustrierte FCB-Captain reagiert sich an Marquesano. Der Schiedsrichter korrigiert seinen Entscheid von gelb-rot auf direkt rot. Wahnsinn!
The second yellow was cancelled, sure, but the headbutt? That's a straight red, buddy. You're still off. This might be the biggest troll move a referee has ever pulled. But speaking of dramatic performances, the next player took acting to a whole new level on the world's biggest stage. Throughout his career, Neymar has built up a reputation as a player who dives a lot. But this fine actor saved his best performance for the 2018 World Cup. In a match between Brazil and Switzerland, this happened. He got tackled, yes, but his reaction to the challenge was mental. Soon enough, the memes started popping up all over the internet. Even a bunch of kids joined in on the fun too. Damn, having such a huge influence is crazy. But now that we've made it to our top 10, we're about to take things to a whole new level. I'm talking about a player being tackled by ghosts, Venezuelan celebrations that broke the internet, and Mbappe turning into a goalkeeper. Let's start with CR7 being his usual charming self. During a match between Juventus and Roma, Ronaldo goes down after being tackled from behind. To be fair, it does look kinda soft. He might have sold it a little bit. Roma captain Alessandro Florenzi, he comes over to confront him about the dive. And Ronaldo?
Just a little bit disjointed at the moment. Florenzi getting in around with Ronaldo.
Florenzi furious with Ronaldo. His actions there, that you had a lot to say for someone so small. Florenzi didn't like that, understandably.
Dzeko finds Florenzi, who's in! Oh, what a good finish from the captain!
Ronaldo looks at this man and calls him a midget. On camera, in front of thousands of people. The disrespect, the casual brutality of it. Florenzi is standing there trying to have a serious conversation about fair play, and Ronaldo just destroys him with a height joke. This is peak Ronaldo energy. Confident, controversial, and absolutely unwilling to back down from anyone. But if you think Ronaldo is disrespectful, wait until you see what Messi did to his opponents. With 13 minutes left in the match between Bayern Munich and Barcelona, Lionel Messi wasn't ready to get knocked out of the Champions League. So when the ball was passed to him, he did this.
Deserved that goal scorer. And here he is again. Here he is again. That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
This felt so disrespectful and unnecessary. Why did Messi have to do him like that? But while Messi used his skills to humiliate his opponents, Anthony used his to get sent off.
What?
Ajax versus Feyenoord, a classic rivalry. Ajax is holding on to a slim lead with just minutes remaining. They need to run down the clock, and Anthony decides to take matters into his own hands. He goes to clear the ball and suddenly drops like he's been shot by a sniper. It's the most obvious dive you'll ever see. Everyone in the stadium knows it. But Anthony keeps going. He's fully committed to wasting as much time as possible. His teammates see what's happening and decide to help out by pushing him back down when he tries to get up. But the referee has had enough. He shows Anthony a red card. Early shower, off you go. You've wasted everyone's time, including your own, and now you're leaving. At least Anthony was just trying to waste time. The next player tried to cheat his way to an entire victory, and what he did is genuinely shameless.
Now this one might surprise you. See,
with Juventus behind in their Champions League match against Real Madrid, Arturo Vidal was desperate to get his team back into the game. Still, instead of trying to score, bro tackled himself and had the nerve to ask for a penalty.
Oh my God. Oh, hell no.
When he sees the replay.
But Vidal's attempt at cheating is nothing compared to what the next goalkeeper did. During a match between Feyenoord and Twente, Feyenoord goalkeeper Justin Bijlo knew he had messed up when he rushed out from his box to clear a loose ball. But instead of taking the L, he threw a second ball onto the pitch to stop the quick counter. After cheating, he still had the nerve to complain to the ref that he was hit with a ball. But hey, the next celebration might be the wildest thing you'll see all day. In a match against Slovakia, the Venezuelan women's team scored a wonderful goal to take the lead. Still, as impressive as that header was, the center of attention was this.
The Venezuelans have clearly been practicing their goal celebrations too.
This is the kind of celebration that makes football amazing. It's weird, it's memorable, and it's absolutely unforgettable. But speaking of unforgettable moments, the next player pulled a prank that could have gotten him in serious trouble. While preparing to take a free kick, Franck Ribéry decided to prank the referee by untying her shoelaces. This drew a reaction from her, but when Ribéry scored the resulting free kick, they decided to chat about the incident. But while Ribéry's prank was harmless fun, the next player's decision was just blatant cheating in front of everyone. After being tightly marked by the opposing defenders, Kylian Mbappé thought it was a wise decision to score the ball with his hand right in front of the referee.
Mbappé, Neymar, Neymar, le numéro de Neymar, Mbappé qui continue, Mbappé de la main. Évidemment,
But at least the referee caught it. The next referee wasn't so lucky. During a match between Newcastle and Liverpool, Sissoko was furious when the decision was blown against him. So when the ref leaned in to try to explain, he took matters into his own hands by knocking him out.
Kontakt sa sudio mimo Paulo Di Canio. Da, ovdje je hteo da zahvati ruku Gazanige Sissoko.
But as crazy as that was, nothing is funnier than our #1 moment. after scoring a goal for J-League side Consadole. This Brazilian striker excitedly jumped over the advertisement board to try and get to the fans, only to realize there was a steep drop on the other side. I mean, this is something we've seen players do thousands of times, but the scriptwriters chose to play a cruel joke on him. Thankfully, he was treated and continued playing the game. Now, if you thought watching players fall into pits was entertaining, wait until you see defenders getting left in the dust by players so fast they look like they're in fast-forward mode. Our next video breaks down the 15 fastest footballers in the world.
Tagliafico beaten to that by Mbappe. Watch him go. Mascherano won't get near him. And Mbappe down.